Hi, our project is sentiment analysis and stock price prediction, an investigation of a tweet-based dataset. My name is Srijan and I'm from Florida. I'm going to be a rising sophomore at American Heritage.
Hi, my name is Tanushree. I'm a rising senior at Rickards High School and I'm from Florida.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I will be an incoming freshman at Carnegie Mellon University. I'm also from Florida. So our motivation for this project was that we wanted to see what can be used to predict stock prices. A lot of our parents have gotten into stocks during quarantine, and during this time, the stocks have been very volatile. And we also know that stocks fluctuate overall. So ultimately, they are also affected by humans and their emotions. So we decided to identify the relationships between public sentiment and stock prices. We generated a model that takes in both stock market prices and the public sentiment from Twitter tweets, each from the past N days. So we can pick how many days back we want to go to collect data to predict the subsequent day's opening stock price. So we used two data sets, one of which was the Twitter data set where we extracted 60 tweets per day. And the time frame used was July 15, 2019 to July 8, 2020. We used a module called Twint to scrape for the tweets and collected the tweets with the keyword $, and then the company stock label. So for example, for Blue Apron, it'd be the $APRN. We put the tweets into Pandas and then dropped the unnecessary column, so we're only left with the date in the tweet column. For our second data set, we used the Yahoo Finance data set and focused only on the opening and adjusted closing prices as well as the volume. We focused on 10 companies, which were Blue Apron, Tesla, Apple, Disney, Starbucks, Amazon, Netflix, Microsoft, Google, and Facebook.
After collecting the tweets, we did our pre-processing. And since the stock market isn't open on specific days like the weekends and holidays like Thanksgiving and Good Friday, we dropped the tweets for those dates. Then we tokenized the data, which essentially means changing the string of tweets into smaller parts so that it was easier for our machine to understand. Then for our sentiment analysis, we used a naive-based classifier, which looked at the ratio of each token in positive tweets to negative tweets, and the larger ratio was assigned for its classification. So for the positive classification, a value was assigned of +1, and for negative classification, a value of 0 was assigned. And since not all days had the full 60 tweets, if a column was empty, we simply ignored it. To get a single value for each day, we averaged all of these different sentiment values and assigned that single value to the day. We combined this sentiment data frame with our stock data frame and inputted that into our linear regression model, and our output was the prediction of the company's opening stock price for the following day.
Our results show that our model is generally pretty accurate. The coefficient of determination shows how accurate your model is. It's basically a way of scoring a linear regression model, and the closer it is to 1, the more accurate the model is. Besides one outlier, our models are generally very, very close to 1. However, when we tried to measure whether our model predicted whether the stock price went up or down, we found out that it wasn't very accurate, because if you were to guess whether it went up or down, you have a 50-50 chance. And our model apparently looked like it was guessing the entire time, because it was very close to 50%. This can be attributed to the fact that Twitter data can be very noisy and not very representative of public opinion and how stock prices move. To combat this, we could use business articles or some other more reliable source of sentiment to predict the stock price. In addition, instead of using a linear regression model, we could have used a neural net to predict the following day stock price. Also, since stocks behave like a sinusoid where they go up and down and up and down, you can apply a Fourier transform or a fast Fourier transform in order to transform the data in order to make it easier to predict the next day's stock price. Basically, this is a demo to show how our model works, and it takes in the past 3 days of stock data, July 17th, July 20th, and July 21st, and it tries to predict the July 22nd close for Apple. In this case, it's closed, but in our model, we use open. And so the actual close for Apple on July 22nd is $389.09. And as you'll see with our model, as it inputs the sentiment in the stock, it should get pretty close to the actual value. As you can see, we got a value of $389.05, and the actual value was $389.09. Thank you.